Half a decade ago, thrilling Brat was tearing up racetracks on both sides of the Tasman.
They come for home, and it's thrilling Brat. Thrilling Brat. You're not a Brat, you're a beaut. He wins it.
Turning for home though, and the insetter's got it won. It's a great win to Thrilling Brat, and Thrilling Brat by about a dozen lengths.
But these days, the former champion is excelling in an entirely new role, one with a far slower pace. We talk with Brat's new owner to find out how he came about his new job.
I had a friend whose mother was in Lifecare in Cambridge, and after she passed away I felt I wanted to do something for the community, and it was also a nice opportunity to showcase greyhounds in a different light. So I approached Lifecare and they were happy to have him and me come on board. And then I decided to do the Canine Pet Therapy thing, to do it official, so we registered online and we passed the assessment, and yeah, so we're part of the Canine Pet Therapy group as well. So basically you filled out a questionnaire and I sent it online and sent it off to them. I then met the local coordinator, Judy, who did the assessment, which we met in a park in Cambridge, so it was out of his territory. And she did just watch the dog react to different things around, which he didn't, anything, and held a treat and withdrew the treat, and he let that go. So he responded very well, which is always a good thing when there's food around, but they're not going to take the food, so he was good. Oh, it's lovely. They're getting to know him, they talk about him, some of them have remembered him when he raced. Yeah, they just love him. And they're the perfect height, because whether the resident is in bed or they're sitting, they're the perfect height. The greyhound's the perfect height. He's great. He kind of knows. He knows when someone wants to pet him, and he will move closer to them. He's very gentle, but when he's had enough, he just turns around and walks out of the room. So it's all about Brat.
I think at the moment we've got just under 30 dogs in the Waikato region that are visiting. Like all volunteer groups, they come and go for various reasons, but we're keeping pretty stable at around the 30. When you go into any rest home or the hospital, to see people's eyes light up is the main thing. But yeah, the experiences you have over the time with different people, just absolutely fantastic.
I did a thing on the Greyhound Collective, which is a group, as we know, in New Zealand, and I've just asked a question as to how many greyhounds are out there, and I got a response of 15. So there's 15 other retired greyhounds that are actually doing exactly what we're doing. They're just calm dogs. They're very relaxed dogs. They have great personalities because they've been handled right from pups right through. They're used to being handled by people. They love people. They're just very gentle dogs. They have very calm personalities, most of them. And especially Brat. He knows the rest home now. He knows where he's going. They just do have a fantastic personality for this.
We've actually worked with a few greyhounds, but they are coming out in the public more and more. It's great to see they've just got awesome natures. I had grown up thinking greyhounds were racing dogs and that was it, and through meeting them, my perception of them has totally changed.
Response from within the community itself and knowing that we were doing this has been really positive, because anything positive for greyhounds, as you know, especially currently, has got to be a good thing. And that's another reason to do it. It's people's perception of greyhounds is they need a lot of exercise, fussy eaters, is all wrong. I mean, hey, they'll probably eat anything, and they do not need a lot of exercise. You know, the fastest those two of mine are now is probably from the kennel to the couch. I think meet them. Yeah, I think by meeting the dogs, I mean, even at the track, you go to a racetrack and you'll see the greyhounds after races, and kids will go up and pat them, and they're just standing there. They're as happy as Larry. I think that's the biggest thing, is meeting them and talking about them. And there's a lot of, the other thing is too with adoptions and things like that. I mean, mine was a private adoption. I did that directly with the trainers. Although Mayhounds, which is a group I've become involved with, Thrilling Quest came through them. As a failed foster dog, so she's staying there permanently. But there's a lot of, you've got GAP, you've got Night Rave, you've got Mayhound, you've got Southland Adoption Agency, you've got all those groups rehoming and doing a fantastic job. You've got private adoptions, which is really important as well. And the other thing is there's a lot of trainers out there and owners that have got their retired dogs. And not one or two, they might have 3 or 4. So there's a lot of dogs being rehomed in all different ways and in good homes.